I have had this lens, this pancake lens, for about 8 years. When I first got it, I was going for the size because I was using a Canon 6D, which is a chunky camera, and the size just fits perfectly for street because it's so tiny. Like, just look at this thing. But today, if I need to use it with the Canon EOS R, I actually have to adapt it with this adapter here, which makes it a bit chunky. Now, even though it's bigger, I actually don't mind at all with this kind of size. This is decent enough for street. The 40mm, it's like a happy middle ground between the 35 and the 50. I don't have a Ricoh GR3X with me today, but I do have a 40 pancake lens, and a 40, it's a 40, so let's go ahead and give it a try. Found this new Popeyes. Great color design over here. You know, that wasn't me. It's actually blocked by cones, but somebody did that already, so I just kind of drove in. I don't think it's open yet. Yeah, but I really like the 40mm pancake lens. It's really small. The form factor, everything about this lens, this is kind of like the 50 that I have with the RF. Definitely find myself have to step back a little bit in order to get the shot. I'm just too used to the 28 and 35, which is open. I can get some shots right in there. f2.8 on this pancake lens, it's not exactly fast, but you don't really need lots of bokeh for street. Yeah, like I was saying, the 40 fits perfectly right between the popular prime lenses, between the 35 and the 50, which makes it a really well all-rounder. Actually, you can do a lot of things with this. You see this line of cars all the way down there? What is going on here? What is everyone waiting for? Are they here to buy stuff? Huh. Sometimes I just get so curious about like people lining up to get stuffs done or buying stuffs or food. It could be anything. And yeah, whenever I see a line, I'm just like, okay, what's going on here? I'm probably getting in the line without knowing what I'm in the line for. All right, technically, I don't think I'm supposed to be here, but this building looks so cool. I'm gonna just take a few photos and leave, all right? It'll be quick. Don't kick me out. I don't think they're open for public. Yeah, this is where the 40 falls short. If I have a 35 or 28, I would have been able to. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna step on this real quick. 40 right between, I have a little bit of a wiggle room, but not much at all. Like back there, I did not have any more spaces to back out. In many cases, with the 50mm on a full frame camera, we usually lose context of the scene around the subject, and without being far enough away, the subject matter becomes more personal and individualized. Now, even if you take a step back, the scene will still come across with the impression that it is captured through the view of a tight lens. 40 feels kind of like a wide 50. It's like a 50mm for tight spaces. You won't lose too much details of the background, but at the same time, you'll still have that reach for your subjects. Someone just having a good day. Nothing wrong with that, right? Alright, if you've been watching my videos, you probably know that I think I have a thing for food truck. I'm not even kidding. This is probably like the culture or something. There's food trucks everywhere in Houston. And it's just kind of hard to like not take photos of them. That must be some good food truck right there. Everyone just getting food and eating in their cars. All of these cars are like this. Like, just like that family right there. And this is actually an area I'm really familiar with. It's like the new Chinatown area in Houston. There's a lot of good food here. I used to work here like very often late at night at restaurants and stuff. But yeah, I don't come here as often anymore. Kind of sucks. But yeah, it's good to sleep early, wake up early, take photos instead of going out every night and staying up late. I'm too old for that. Oh, and I should probably lose the mic too. When you want to take a portrait of someone who sits across the table, 50, it's too tight. You'll need to stand up and go behind your chair. But 40 fits just right. Yes, the 35mm will give you more context in the frame, and it'll come in clutch if you're in a tight space. But with that extra 5mm in reach, the 40 isolates your subjects better with cleaner backgrounds.
I like this looking.
Breathe in.
No, never breathe out.
Never breathe out, don't breathe. Do you think this lens is big?
No?
No, it's small, right?
So.
Yeah. The size of the lens in terms of ergonomic, it's brilliant if we're talking about versatility. This is great for wider shots as it is for portrait. If I want more context around my main subject, I'm able to do it by just taking a few steps back. And if I want a close-up portrait shot and have the background blurred, I just step in towards my subject.
I think I do the same 5 poses.
No, but they work. And of course, this depends on where you're shooting at. If you're taking photos of tight street in Tokyo or Hong Kong, then the 40mm might be a bit tight to grasp the whole context you're trying to go for. In this case, the 35mm or the 28mm might be a better choice. And yes, we're talking about the Canon 40mm pancake lens, which I don't think they have the RF version yet, but hopefully they will soon. I don't know why I brought so many stuffs with me. I probably don't need like half of these, but just in case sometimes I like to bring extras. After revisiting the 40mm pancake lens today, I feel like this lens is still very decent. Especially for its price. I think when I got it, it was like $149. The size is good, ergonomic is nice, not too shabby at all. If you're looking for a special lens, the 40mm, the pancake lens, this is not it. But if you're looking for something that does a little bit of everything and it's not too shabby at it too, this is gonna be the lens that you want to go with. 40mm focal length, it's very versatile to the point where I feel like it's just so good at everything, but at the same time, it's not good at anything. But somehow that's what makes this lens magical.